Hey, it's Dino from the Big 95.7 WKML in Studio 95, and this handsome young man right here is Matt Gary. Welcome to Studio 95.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you said you were from Kansas City, Missouri, right?
I'm actually on the Kansas side.
On the Kansas side?
I'm on the Kansas side.
So does that cause a problem there? Which side of the tracks you're on?
Not really. I mean, I think everyone that lives in Kansas is pretty familiar with people being on both sides. So, but when it comes down to, I mean, college and that stuff between Mizzou and KU, it can sometimes cause a problem.
So which one are you for?
I'm a Kansas fan.
Are you?
I am.
It's good for you in basketball.
But exactly.
All right, you were saying before that you left Kansas, went to Florida to go to school, right?
I left Kansas to go to school in Florida at the University of Tampa, but I wanted to move to Nashville right out of high school. My parents said, "No way, you're going to college." That whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to school at the University of Tampa. The ocean, the beach, warm weather. What's better than that? And actually ended up graduating. I have a degree in computer information systems and a degree in digital art, 3D animation. So nothing to do with music at all.
Do you find a way, though, to integrate those into your career and what you do?
I do. With starting my own label, I sit in all the marketing meetings and I sit in on everything, like the websites and all that stuff. So from album design to the way the website works and all the interfaces and all that. I'm a part of that, and usually the people that look at me are like, "How do you know this?" Like, because I'll say, "Well, why do we do this or try that?" And they kind of look at me weird, and I'm like, I have a degree in that.
Could you do this if you weren't having a hand in everything that you do?
Could
you do this whole thing where somebody's saying, "Here, record these songs, go do this album, we're going to create your website," or do you have to be involved in everything?
No, I'm very, I don't know. I like to have a hand involved in it. I like to have my hand in everything. But I'm okay with passing it off. I'd like to have a say.
You can delegate.
I can delegate.
You can delegate, but you still want to say.
Exactly.
It's your name.
Exactly.
It's your career.
Exactly.
So, all right. So you wanted to move to Nashville right out of high school. Your parents said no.
Yep.
So obviously somewhere along in high school, you were not you were the cool kid that wanted to do country music?
Yeah, actually ever since I was just a little dude, growing up in Kansas, it was funny, I was talking to my mom about this not too long ago. It was a preschool teacher that called my mom and said, "Hey, he has a talent." My mom was like, "No way, no, what are you talking about?" So we kind of started exploring
your
it more.
Your mom said, "No, he has no talent."
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He's never had any talent.
My son, I think you called the wrong home. But so we kind of just started doing things around town, singing at church and exploring it a little more, and now I'm here with you guys.
After you got your degree, did they say, "Okay, we want you to go do this, follow your dream"?
No, my parents are my support structure. I mean, they've always been behind me 110%. But it was actually me that elected to move to Nashville. It was in my heart and in my gut that I knew this is what I wanted to do. So I started flying up to Nashville, trying to learn the industry, started doing some songwriting, and met some great people, and then went back and quit my job and jumped in head first.
So I don't think people understand sometimes what a process it is. How long has that process been from the time you started going to Nashville to now?
From when I started going to Nashville?
Yeah, you said you started flying up there.
Yeah, it's probably been 5 years.
It's not overnight, is it?
No, it's not. It's definitely
There's
not.
There's a lot to learn.
It's definitely not overnight.
What are the things you need to learn for anybody who maybe wants to do this? Patience, is that it?
Yes.
What do you have to learn about the music business? What's one important thing that helped you?
A producer once told me that no matter who you're working with or no matter how big the name is, your career is in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit back and wait for people to do it for you. You're the one that controls your destiny. And that's how I now try to run my career. I sat there and listened to that and I was like, you know what, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like I said earlier, I got my hand in everything. I'm like, wait, hold on, show me what's going on, and
But you're right.
I know everything.
In 10 years, you'll be in your career.
Exactly.
They may or may not. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You got a new record coming out?
Yes, we do.
All right.
The album's actually done, and
Is it any good?
I think it's good. I don't know.
I had to ask.
We'll see what you think, but I'm proud of it. But yeah, the album's done, and it's gonna be released first part of 2011.
All right, looking forward to it. What's the album going to be called?
Matt Gary.
Matt Gary.
I'm that creative.
I can, we may need you to do some of our website stuff too with that kind of insight and talent that you have. Matt, good getting to know you.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to have you do a song here in just a second. Matt Gary in Studio 95.